This podcast was recorded on the traditional lands of the Gadigal and Wangal peoples of the Eora Nation, the sovereignty of which was never ceded. We pay our respects to their elders, past and present, and extend that respect to all First Nations people. This always was and always will be Aboriginal land.
Poster Boys. Wow.
Welcome to Poster Boys.
Very chipper. Very chipper from both of us.
I'm feeling warmed up.
Thank God, because when I got here, we were both not ready for this.
I heard Lee say to you, how are you feeling? And
Because
you went,
Stacey's had a rough day, and I need everyone to
and your response was, I'm okay. And I was like, oh my God. Because if you were like, I'm great, I'd be like, you're probably around the same level.
Up enough
Yeah.
to sort of nudge us both just up a little bit.
Yeah.
Up enough.
Yeah. That's how I'm feeling now.
Yeah.
Like,
And let's hope we can maintain that.
I really hope so. I mean, I think we will, because after this we'll have dinner.
And I love dinner.
I love dinner. I love fueling myself to stay alive.
Especially during winter. Every winter.
I love dinner.
And guys, the bonus episode that we just recorded, there's a lot more season discussion for some fucking reason.
We even talked about the order that the
Of
seasons.
Yeah, and I forgot what came after February, but I don't want to give too much away.
No.
During winter, I forget that you have to eat more.
Yeah.
And so I'm always like, why am I cold and hungry like a peasant?
Like
The answer is not eating enough potatoes. Like,
It's actually true. You do, I think, statistically eat more potato in the winter.
well,
You have to have potato.
well, it's also like when you're making a grocery list and the first things you put in the list are like potatoes, cheese, oil. And it's like, am I a peasant? Like, what time period is
Do you
this?
know what I'm getting really sick of?
What?
Dinner. Like having to choose different dinners.
Oh,
There's none left.
I've been sick of choosing dinner my entire adult life.
We have also decided there's just no dinners left. Dinner is done.
Oh, I'm just on the same cycle of like three things.
Yeah.
Over and over again. I guess till I die.
Yeah. And it's just, and in winter, I feel that, again, you eat more. Like I'm still in the phase of taking salad for my lunch, but I'm like, it's going to get cold. I'm going to have
Salad's
to
not
switch
gonna do it.
to soup. And bread.
Oh God, I think it's real diet. Stew.
No, not the stew.
There's 2 months. There's 2 weeks.
Maybe.
There's 2 weeks in midwinter where you're at work in like a shawl with a vat of
Oh my
stew,
God, yes, a shawl.
and you don't put it in the microwave. You stoke it over an open stove, like an open a wood stove.
It's true though. But you're so right. Like, why when it's winter do we turn into like, I'm gonna have soup and bread for lunch?
Because your body.
And then I'm gonna have potatoes for dinner.
Well, because your body craves
Warmth.
I didn't do biology in school, so this could be coming out my ass. But the body, like, keeping yourself warm takes energy.
Yeah.
And so your body needs to fuel that.
Yeah.
And also your body is like designed to crave, I think, fattier, like heartier, comforting foods during winter.
Well, I had mashed potato on Sunday, and then I had it again on Tuesday. So,
Yeah.
you know,
That's all right with me, love.
that's where I'm
Hey,
at.
nothing wrong with that.
And you know what? I'll probably have it tomorrow.
Why not? Every 2 days?
Every 2 days.
Now, if it was every day, we'd have to have a discussion.
Have a problem.
But every 2 days, you're taking healthy breaks, tolerance breaks. Because if you keep eating mashed potatoes, then soon they won't have any effect on you.
And you'll have to have more.
Yeah.
And
you have to
then-
have more potatoes to get the same effect. So tolerance breaks are very important.
It's really important.
We should probably do
Should we talk about the film?
Probably. Hey, Stacey, this is the podcast where we're watching every single film that Robert Pattinson has ever been in, regardless of quality, availability, or if his character has any lines.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I'm glad someone knows, because God knows the listeners didn't.
They were so confused.
They were so confused.
So what are we watching tonight?
We're
today.
watching a film.
I don't know
called-
why it felt wrong to say tonight, given that it is
Well,
nighttime.
It is nighttime.
But I don't know if
It's
it's nighttime
dark.
for them.
Look, it's dark.
Well, That much I understood. That's what it's called?
It's dark outside.
I thought it was...
It's nighttime.
I thought it was day sleep. Day go sleep?
They go sleep.
What are we watching?
So we're watching a film called Life. Typing in Life, Robert Pattinson, I was expecting to just get like his biography, which, you know,
His life story.
I already know because...
We don't. We forget when he was born. We forget how tall he is.
Correct.
Because it's not about the celebrity. It's about the work.
It's about the craft.
The craft.
It's not about... We're separating the art from the artist here.
Yeah.
Second point, this is not Life, the film with Jake Gyllenhaal, which is a sci-fi film. So when I actually typed in Life movie, which is what I typed in, it came up with a 2017 movie with Jake Gyllenhaal that is a sci-fi about the International Space Station and life on Mars. Different film to what we are watching with Robert Pattinson from 2015.
So we got in first.
We got him first with the shortest tagline I've ever seen in my life. A photographer for Life magazine is assigned to shoot pictures of James Dean. That's it.
They're really banking on people getting excited by the idea of James Dean because they're not putting a lot of work into that. Like, very matter of fact.
I can read the... No, this isn't much better. Dennis Stock, who is Robert Pattinson's character.
Dennis Stock is Robert Pattinson's character.
Dennis Stock, a photographer, strikes an unlikely bond with James Dean. So already giving us more character context. An upcoming Hollywood star as the two travel around the US to shoot the photos of James.
My thought is unexpected bond with James Dean.
Yeah.
James Dean was, people say, I don't know if this has become apocryphal, they say he got down with the fellas. He was bisexual.
Okay.
Is what people say about James Dean.
Apparently he likes the girls and the gays?
Apparently he fucked Marlon Brando or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So unexpected relationship? Well, I know if the filmmaker isn't a coward, I know what that might look like.
Who's the director? Anton Corbijn.
Anton Corbijn? Yeah, so we're watching you. Anton, follow through.
I hope you're not a coward. For your sake. What other movies has he done? Or am I going to end up in a rabbit hole?
Lots of period piece biopics, which I historically don't love.
Don't love.
Robert's history with period films has been spotty.
Yeah.
In terms of quality. By which I mean they have all been fucking shocking.
Terrible. So what are you expecting?
I am
Harry?
expecting Robert Pattinson to kiss James Dean. I'm gonna go with a simple one this time.
James Dean, not the guy that plays him. You're expecting him to kiss real James Dean?
Yes, I'm expecting Robert Pattinson, the real life human being, to kiss James Dean, the real dead human being, on screen.
When did James Dean die?
In the 50s or something.
Did he? Did he really?
Yeah, he has been dead for quite some time.
Oh, correct. 1955.
Bang, smack.
He wasn't very old.
No, famously. He was 24.
Oh, poor
Oh
thing.
my God, he died on my birthday.
Oh my God.
I mean,
Oh
he
my
died
God.
40 years before my birthday.
But on your birthday.
On my fucking birthday?
Oh.
James Dean died on my fucking birthday? What the hell?
Look at this. People also ask, did James Dean date a guy? Well, I don't want to click on that because it might give away that he did.
Because he may have dated Dennis Stock.
Famously. Okay.
What are you expecting?
Well,
from Life?
From Life. I am sure. Yeah. I don't think you can do a 2-hour film about a friendship between James Dean and his photographer without there being something else in there.
You can't make a 2-hour film about two men without it being gay in some way, whether deliberate or accidental.
Correct.
If you put two men on screen next to each other for that long, there's going to be something there if you want it to be or not.
Exactly. And if there's not, boring.
No.
Don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch.
In.
I don't want to watch.
You think I want to watch two men talking?
For two straight men talking for 2 hours?
Oh my God! You think I want to see a man on screen talking,
Two of them
living
at the same time?
Oh my.
Well, you're going to talk about stocks? What do you?
Dennis Stocks.
You gonna talk about your little Roman Empire?
No,
Are you?
I'm going to talk about photography.
Photography.
Well, actually, what I'm doing isn't capturing the human form. I'm capturing the human spirit.
Oh,
Shit like that.
Shut up.
Shut up. But it's not going to be like that.
I don't even hate men. Like, I don't even hate them.
I mean, have you met them?
I just hate when there's two of them together and they're
On
both straight.
camera?
And I have to listen to them talk. No, I'm joking.
I have no issue
I'm
with
joking.
men, but I think I think there's too many of them in media.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. That's what.
But what's the IMDb rating as well?
Oh yeah, bang on 6. Just flat 6.
Out of 10?
6. 6.0 specifically. 6.
All right. Well, could be good. Could be bad.
Do I have anything else to tell you about it? I don't think so.
Should we just watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite looking forward to this, just thought I'd let you know.
Good. Let's
Because
hold on to that.
Because I'm usually not.
It's both hands. Okay, so instantly he's in a dark room, developing photos, or he's in a dark room at a sex bathhouse.
Yeah, I like
A
the latter.
sex bathhouse? A sex on premises bathhouse is what I meant to say. Excuse me. We pan out, he's getting fucked. I'm really putting all of my eggs in one basket for this film.
You are, and I think that's valid.
You know how back in 2010, any teenage boy with a DSLR had his own photography business page on Facebook?
Yes.
This is him.
Yes, it is.
And
Yes, it is.
everything's going to be in a fisheye lens.
Yep.
Everyone's going to be pointedly holding drinks just out of frame.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's Mark Twain.
Okay, so straight away, Dane DeHaan looks nothing like James Dean.
Yeah.
You play the conga?
No.
I'm Jimmy.
Did James Dean actually act like that? Or is this one of the world's worst impressions of James Dean? Because I don't know. I've never seen a James Dean film, but I can't imagine that that's how like an international sex symbol behaved.
Mumbling, first of all. Very unattractive, mumbling.
Nothing sexier than a clearly defined word.
I love it when you enunciate.
Oh, yes, baby. That feels good.
Have you seen his film?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very good.
I've seen something else.
Have you seen his cock?
Yes, it's very good.
Ever since I saw A Streetcar Named Desire, I thought, here is a man.
Marlon. No, Marlon Brando was in...
Marlon
Marlon
Brando.
was in Streetcar.
It's true.
What did I read about James Dean and Marlon? They were together
What did you read?
earlier.
You mean, what did I say? There's a rumor that they had sex.
Did you say that?
I read it in the newspapers at the time.
I read it. Look at me completely discrediting you.
Or crediting me as like a,
As a
published
brother.
author. A journalist of repute.
I'm actually trying to do you a favour. I'm just going to Google a picture of James Dean.
You will be disappointed by the likeness.
That's what I feel.
Absolutely not, right?
Absolutely not.
In no way.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a good casting. In my opinion. It's just my opinion.
God, are you even allowed to have opinions these days?
No.
About the film Life that came out in 2015?
I don't think he looks like James Dean. Okay, I said it. He looks like, oh my God, what's his name?
The little blonde kid from Meet the Robinsons?
Yes, he looks like Tyler Oakley.
He
Like-
does look like a very specific phase of Tyler Oakley. He
Yes.
does. He does.
Is that his child?
You keep warm now, all right?
I believe
Wanna put them
so.
on?
Here's your deadbeat father. He's gonna take you to school today.
Well, I just thought it might be nice to have some company. that's
Oh,
all.
his voice is driving me mad.
Did he get confused between James Dean and Truman Capote?
Where in New York makes you most happy?
All right, but you're not gonna like it.
It's your mother's house. What are they doing? Pills? I think they're doing pills.
Oh. Why?
It was the 50s, baby.
LA, you know, for obvious reasons for now. But there's something in the air here, and it's not going on.
Shut up.
Something's changing. And
Oh, there's nothing worse than when a guy that you don't know is drunk and just rambling in your ear.
He's also pilled out.
Yeah.
What did they take? Because they all look revolting.
They do not look well, do they?
You'll ever vomit on your own son?
Oh.
That's the second worst thing he's done to his son, right after naming him Rodney. Michael,
That
what?
was awful.
What did they take?
What? It was.
Was the pill just like
I also.
smallpox or something? Like, what the fuck?
You feeling all right?
I vomited on my son.
You did vomit on your
Yes,
son.
okay. Well, acceptance is
The first.
actually the last stage.
It's the last stage of grief.
Good work, mate.
Just skip straight to the end. Which I actually think is worse. I think you need to feel guilt and anger and whatever the other ones are. Denial.
I didn't throw up on my son. Who said I did?
Let's play 2 truths, 1 lie. I vomited on my son.
My name is Dennis. I didn't vomit on my son.
No more beers and no more pills for any of you until you sort yourselves out, okay?
All right, Mom. Jesus.
It's embarrassing.
God forbid they live a little.
What made you want to start taking photos?
I had to do something.
I kept vomiting on my son and I thought, I need to get out of the house.
It's got to fill the day.
I need a hobby. So then I started taking pictures of my son after I vomited on him.
This photographer took a photo of these people before and after he threw up on them.
Their reactions. You will.
That will leave you speechless.
Yes, yes. You won't believe picture number 4. What is this like? Murder mystery music that keeps going on in the background.
That is what it is. That is
Yeah.
what it is. I was trying to place it.
Yeah.
Is that like?
It's like detective like.
It's that double. It's that walking double bass.
Yeah.
I guess back then that was just music.
Yeah.
Keep playing.
Pigs.
This feels kind of silly.
I'm just having some fun is all.
I'm having some fun.
Bring back the pig. Would you describe this as a friendship? Because I wouldn't.
No.
The tagline was so short, but also incorrect.
The only vaguely friendly thing they've done is take pills together once.
And that didn't end well.
No.
You back done with that?
Not the time. Imagine, like, you came over and I was, like, opening up to you and I was really sad and you just started taking pictures of me.
You're describing like a relationship vlogger.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So funny there's just a horse standing in the
Just 'cause the
background.
horse is being
Do
paid.
you reckon they dressed that horse in, or did the
Wonderful
horses
as well.
wander in and they're like, let's keep it?
Yeah, I like the idea of the
The director's
latter.
like, we need something. One horse. Not 2, 1.
Oh yeah, we could bring some of the cow. No,
A horse.
a singular horse will do. More than one will just disrupt the whole thing. I would have liked there to have been a close up of the horse after The close-up of Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
Just
the horse is also a part of this relationship.
Extreme close-up of the horse.
You did good, kid. You did good.
His
Yeah, they're
spread is in the paper.
He's spread in the paper?
His
saucy.
His spread.
It's that kind of magazine, those kind of photos.
I don't think he's going to make it to the red carpet, Harry.
Guys, I'm scared.
He just wants to play his bongo, for God's sake.
Is that what they're calling it nowadays? Back then, that's what they called it. Where's James Dean? He's playing with his bongo.
Playing with his bongo.
Give him a second. He'll be out. I promise you.
The lost love.
Oh, look. The pig. He's with the pig.
Restful lullabies of rain.
Barnes to Broadway. The pig.
It's an article about the pig, yeah.
Is that it? No. Oh, look, the pictures. These must be the real ones.
Oh, yeah, because that looks like James Dean.
That looks like James Dean.
It's a dead giveaway. Kind of bold to show us how little they both looked like the characters they were playing.
The pig!
The bongo! Alright, so we're back.
We're back.
Back.
No, we weren't.
So this is life after life.
We never really went anywhere.
No.
Did we?
No. Well, that's the secret, is that we've been on this couch the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was life.
That was life. What did you think? Well, there was no romance, unfortunately.
Yeah, so my expectations were not met. They didn't kiss in that film, not once. The closest they came was doing pills and having a photo taken of them standing next to each other.
That's about as intimate.
There was so much romantic tension at the beginning, and then it didn't go anywhere.
And then they just had an argument instead.
And you know what? It would have made the film a lot more interesting because it was a lot of people standing around.
And talking.
And just talking. Sorry, not even standing. A lot of it was sitting.
Yes.
A lot of it was sitting.
Seated conversations.
I feel like it was a character study of Dennis Stock and
James Dean.
I nearly said James Franco. Of Dennis Stock and James Dean. I don't really know anything about those two people, and so I don't actually inherently care about those two people. And they didn't make a compelling argument for me to. And I think the biggest issue at play here, Dane DeHaan looks nothing like James Dean. And you
know what? That's not his fault.
But it was so distracting.
Yes, it's a factor that's mostly out of his control. But
mostly, he could have gone through surgery.
Yeah, he could.
He could have taken the surgical route. He could have committed to the role.
If he cared about this role enough, but he clearly didn't. Yeah. Look, do you know what? I was reflecting when we were looking at the pictures at the end.
Sure.
And I think I quite liked it because I like pictures. I like photos.
Love a picture.
I love pictures. I like photos. I like I'm not going to say photography because I don't know anything about photography, but like I find it interesting. And like I always had loads of disposable cameras when I was a child. So I've always had an interest in like capturing life's moments.
Sort of trying to capture an ephemeral moment in some sort of physical artifact that can't ever really capture the true experience, but can hint towards it.
And transport you emotionally back to that time when you look at the photograph.
Because a picture, it says 1,000 words.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Except those pictures at the end, I only saw 3 words. Not Dane DeHaan.
Not James Dean.
No, they weren't. The ones at the end were James Dean.
Oh, yes.
But they were so obviously not Dane DeHaan.
Yes.
It's really wild to like show your work in terms of like, by the way, we didn't really like have a job with the casting.
Yes. And also, it wasn't like, I think what I also need to remind myself, it wasn't like I don't know how to say this word.
Biopic?
Yes. I don't know if it's biopic or biopic.
I would say biopic.
Biopic. You know what I'm trying to say. It wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was just a snippet of his life. And I think I am now interested. I want to see about his life.
James Dean or Dennis Stock?
James Dean.
Because James Dean is theoretically the more interesting character, even though Dennis Stock was the character that we were with the whole time.
Yes. And I think, well, it's that whole, it's what's in a name, isn't it? It's what's in a name. You hear the name James Dean, and even if you don't know who he is, you know he had, there's weight to his name. There's no weight to Dennis Stock's name, sadly, even though he lived a great career as a magnum, what was it? Magnum photographer? Is that what it said?
I think it did say Magnum photographer, and I'm just now realizing I don't know what the fuck that means.
I don't know what that is either, but he died when he was 80 in 2010.
81 in 2010.
Yeah.
Not really important that I clarify that, but I did. It's
actually really obnoxious, but whatever.
I just think Dane DeHaan's performance as James Dean. James Dean, these are the things I know about him.
Yep.
He was hot. He died young. He was charismatic as hell. Dane DeHaan's performance, he felt like a 12-year-old who just didn't know that he was a film star.
Yeah.
He was just like so weirdly quiet and mumbly.
Yeah.
Just no charisma whatsoever.
Yeah.
And just weird, spiky, sticky up hair.
I think, do you know what I feel like I need to watch like interviews of James, but will they exist?
Yeah, there'd be some
somewhere
interviews.
To some extent.
Yeah. To find out if that voice is real.
Yeah, to see like what
that weird little
because
like,
he would have,
hey, I'm James
surely
Dean.
he
Hey,
would
guys.
have like done character research and like adopted his mannerisms and his voice. Surely.
That's what you'd hope. But then sometimes
Do we just have this image of James Dean that he didn't speak like that because he was really hot?
that's true, because I don't think I've ever heard James Dean's voice.
No, neither.
I've just seen photos of him and been like, yeah, that's James Dean or whatever.
He's obviously got a really deep, charismatic voice.
Hey, he's James Dean. He has to speak like this.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Robert Pattinson.
If we must.
Yeah. We'll just brush over it.
He looked the first time in, God, honestly, fucking ages. So clean cut.
Yeah. He looked together. Except after the night out that he had.
Oh my God, they looked awful.
Awful.
What the fuck did they take?
That is not the day that you want to be going into work. Like, like when you go out on like a work night and you're like, oh.
And the next day you're like, I knew I'd made a mistake, but now I know.
I know.
Exactly how much of a mistake it was.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything about it.
Yes, except suffer. That was that, but worse.
Yeah. Well, it's like, why are you experimenting with pills the day before you got to go in for a meeting?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Not the time.
Not the time.
I mean, thank God it was winter, so it was at least cold. Imagine if it was hot.
Oh my God, being hungover
and hot.
Jesus Christ, there's nothing worse.
It's the worst.
Oh my God.
I hate it so. It's just one of the worst things.
Like, I don't even mind being hungover in winter. We're back on the seasons again. I don't mind being hungover in winter because then it's like I can have like hot coffee. I can like, have like a warm shower. I can like, you can, through warming yourself up, you can make yourself feel a little better. But like hungover and you wake up and you're sweaty and it's hot and it's like, oh my God.
I like to be cold the next day.
Like a cold bathroom floor if it's clean. So good. But you don't want to be going into work or vomiting on your son.
That's what I was just going to say. Cold bathroom floor, but not when your son is in vomit.
God, what a shit dad.
He was the worst. And then he had the audacity to sit there and be like, look at my camera. I don't care about your camera. I care about you being a presence in my life, which you haven't been.
I think they were trying to be like, at the end, when he refused to go to LA with James Dean, because he was like, nah, I've got to stay here. I've got like a new assignment. I think that was us meant to be being like, oh, Dennis is like taking this success and like using it to make a better life for himself.
Yes.
He's not going to like keep running away from his problems. He's going to like be there for his son. But that was one conversation done through a window. Like, that was just him calling down to the street.
Yeah.
It didn't really feel like...
It wasn't poignant, was it? The most poignant moment of the film was sadly interrupted by various wildlife entering.
That's true. We maybe
my
missed some
home.
context because of a cockroach and then a spider.
It's a cockroach.
Where?
It just crawled along the fucking floor. I thought it was a spider, but it's a really big cockroach and I don't know where it's gone.
Okay.
Oh no!
Why are you holding your mic to your mouth?
I don't know where it's gone, Harry. I'll just assume it's gone into a hole.
I appreciate the dedication to the podcast, though. You kept that microphone to your mouth that whole time.
Jumped in silence, so I didn't
Oh,
interrupt.
I see it.
Oh my god, it's huge!
That is the size that cockroaches are.
Oh,
There's a real difference in upbringing here, I think.
oh,
Do you want me to kill it?
yes, please.
Okay. I think he's still talking about his dead mum.
I think so. It's splattered on the wall.
That's fine. You don't own this place. You rent. It's fine. There's a spider.
What? A big one? A big one?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay, we need to pause and remove all these animals.
Well, they're insects.
Insects.
Well, one's insect, one's an arachnid. It's dead now.
Lee!
What's he gonna do?
I don't know. Lee!
Yeah.
There's a giant huntsman.
No, thank you.
And a giant cockroach.
No, thank you.
Oh. I'm frightened. Where are they all coming from? Do you know what I don't get? They just appear. Like that just appeared on the rug.
Thank you for everything you've done.
You saved me.
It's great to watch that footage back. Non-venomous.
Yeah, I know.
They do move creepy though.
They do, and they're just big and thick. Thick legs, which is fine.
Which I think is actually beautiful.
Which I do think is beautiful. Just not when there's 8 of them. On one spider.
I'm a big believer in terms of like bugs in the home. Anything that's happening like up near the ceiling, that's so okay.
None of your business.
That's none of my business. I'm not going up there. I'm not like touching the corners of my where the roof meets the wall.
Yeah.
On the ground, I'm killing you.
Yeah.
On the wall, thin ice.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah. Yeah. On the ground is like you've made the decision to walk where I walk.
And Mama, this is my space. If I'm paying rent for anything, I'm paying it for the floor.
That's it. I don't walk up there. Imagine if you looked up and there was just footprints on the ceiling.
I just want to use the whole space.
So yes, unfortunately we did lose the meaningful moment, but I don't think we missed much because he was talking about it for a while, which is okay.
No one did anything.
I know.
I feel like I complain about this a lot, but it is my complaint with most long, boring films is that the reason that they're long and boring is because nobody is fucking doing anything.
Everyone's just sitting and talking.
Like,
which for some films it works.
Yeah, but Mama, this isn't a play.
I think as well, I was expecting like, again, I feel like I'm actually not in a position to make this comment because I don't know about James Dean and I'm just assuming he was a troubled star.
Okay, you know what? Something I'm noticing this evening? You need to back yourself more.
Okay.
You keep preempting what
but
you're going to say.
I don't know enough.
And saying like, oh, I shouldn't say this, this and that. You know what? Say what you're saying. Say with your whole chest.
Yeah.
And then I'll be the one to say if you can say it or not. I'll take that
tell you when
burden
you're
from
wrong.
you. Yes. Because I'm what some people would call a good friend.
You are. Well, you got the wildlife at my house. So,
Yeah.
and look, I've just moved closer because I feel safe now.
You in my shot.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe was I expecting more like drama on like James Dean's life? Maybe he didn't have a dramatic life. Maybe I've just decided that he had a dramatic life.
Well, he died in a car accident at the age of 24, just as he was fully burgeoning into his role as an international sex symbol.
Yeah.
That seems dramatic.
But I mean, like, in the run-up to that, like,
I guess that's
was
what
he a drug addict or something?
I guess that's what the film is trying to say.
No, that he wasn't. He was just fine and
That
living his
he was
life.
just this awkward small-town Indiana boy who
He was really hot.
was uncomfortable with fame, except he also wanted more fame.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was trying to... I think it was trying to say that he's just a small country little boy.
He still goes to dances at his old high school.
So we can hit on the 17-year-olds.
Oh my God, are you James Dean?
Mr. Dean, on behalf of the Sweethearts Ball Committee, we'd like to invite you and your friend,
Oh, Dennis Stock.
Mr. Stock, to our annual senior class ball tomorrow night.
Yeah, we'll be there. That's great. We'll see you tomorrow night around 7.
All right, hey, save me a dance.
That's a child.
It was the 50s. A film star in his 20s flirting with a 17-year-old, above board.
Yeah.
Fully allowable.
So fine.
It's two grown men in their 20s going to a high school dance.
Yep. One of them.
Oh, thank God he's brought the bongo! I don't think he's a very good bongo player. On top of everything else.
And you know what annoys me the most? He's not even good at the bongo.
Honestly, yeah, that is kind of bugging me.
Feeling all right?
No, I feel terrible. I dropped a pill last night at the dance. Why do you think my bongos were so good?
I was rolling at the dance.
It's not correct, is it? It's not
It's not correct. It's not proper.
correct.
It's not proper. It's not how we do things around here.
No, it's not.
But nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
It
Which is
was
a
like,
real shame.
Oh, like I want to do this photo essay on James Dean. Oh, no, he's just a nobody. Oh, but he's going to be in this film. Oh, sure, fine. Oh, these photos are terrible. Oh, let me get more. I'm going to go to Indiana. Oh, these photos are great. Oh, I'm in Indiana and I'm sad about my family. Oh,
I did.
it's great. Oh, I got the role. Oh, great. I'm going to die in a car accident in 7 months.
Oof.
Like, that was it. No one.
Yeah. I did quite like the heading Barn to Broadway.
Barn to Broadway was sure.
I think if someone on Farmer Wants a Wife made it in Broadway, then that would be great.
If one of the farmers from Farmer Wants a Wife, I guess one of
Aspiring?
there it is. The aspiring spouses,
Yes.
wives.
Yes.
That would be a fun origin story, actually.
Yeah.
You know, or Broadway to Barn, because it would be like, you know, I'm used to seeing my name up in lights, but that doesn't mean I can't get down and dirty with the
Farmer.
farms. I should have had what I was going to say prepared before I started saying it.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. I won't hold that against you. I
Character
won't.
shoes, more like. Nope, work boots. Nope.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know why the second time around I was like, I don't have anything, but
Wellies.
I'll work it out by
I'll
the time
just
I get
keep
there.
going. Wellies?
Yeah, but whatever.
Whatever. I am interested in obtaining a copy of that photo spread.
Yeah, I mean, they were lovely photos.
I think just so that I can be like, oh yeah, look, there it is.
Not even to keep, just to be like, yeah, cool.
And then I'll give it back.
Pass it along.
Because I don't want to hog it. I want to share.
Because it's not my job to hold on to history.
Mm-mm.
It's my job to observe it.
Yeah.
And then sort of be a caretaker of it for future generations.
And pass it on. I observe it and then I pass it on.
Puff, puff, pass, just like with weed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, there was nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
There was no
wasn't really a climax, was there?
There was no stakes. That's the real issue.
Yeah, true.
There was no climax because there was no stakes. There was nothing to climax with.
I liked the farm animals. Liked the pig.
Yeah, you were fucking obsessed with the pig.
I like pigs.
God, I call you Kermit the Frog the way you can't get enough of that pig. Although, actually, they got divorced.
Oh, yeah.
Kermit and Miss Piggy got divorced.
Oh.
I know.
When? Recently?
Relatively recently.
Like this year?
Like no, not this year, but like in the current Muppets like story, current Muppets lore, Miss Piggy and Kermit are divorced.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
Did you know it was actually a picture of a pig that was like the final straw in me becoming vegetarian?
Oh, I think you did tell me this. It's too cute.
It was like a picture of this little baby piglet, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Just stood up in the middle of the lake.
And just went, no. I remember exactly where I was at the time, and I remember it so vividly.
Wow, so it's almost like a photo was taken of that moment.
It's almost like I observed what was happening,
and you thought, photo of the mind. I nearly said photo of the eye. That doesn't make sense.
And then I told you about it because I wanted to pass it on.
Because you're a caretaker of history.
I am.
That was a moment in history.
Yeah, it was.
Or dare I say, a moment of herstory.
Oh my God, that was 7 years ago, by the way. Oh no, it wasn't. It was 6. 6.
Oh, as in you becoming vegetarian?
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, the concept of herstory?
6 years ago.
6 years ago, we decided women could also be recorded.
Correct.
Their life and events should maybe also be written down.
Starting with when I went vegetarian.
That was the first time that a woman made a decision. Very few women in this film. An ex-wife, a girlfriend who...
That's why it was so poor.
Men on screen.
2 straight men. It was literally
2 straight men
what
talking.
I said I didn't want to see. 2 straight men talking about nothing for 2 hours.
Eartha Kitt was in one scene. Actress playing Eartha Kitt.
Yeah.
That was fun. I kind of want to watch a movie about Eartha Kitt more than I want to watch a movie about James Dean.
Yeah. See what happens when you just have to listen to 2 straight men for 2 hours on end?
Oh my God. Yeah. You're fully correct. That was the problem.
I know.
The thing that we feared would come to pass came to pass. It sort of speaks volumes that the only female characters were Eartha Kitt in one scene.
His ex-wife.
His ex-wife who's like being a real bitch about their son. And then James Dean's girlfriend who got engaged to someone else, and he threw an absolute hissy fit about it.
He was like, my girlfriend's in
Why did no one tell me? Why I was going out with her, and why is no one going to tell me that she's engaged to someone else? I don't know, dude. Maybe we thought you knew.
Maybe it's actually not my business. It's not my place to pry. Okay? I wouldn't walk into your house and tell you how to clean the floors. I wouldn't walk into I'm just trying to make something work here. I wouldn't walk into your house and tell you how to fold your bed sheets.
Why are you going on chores? Why is chores the track you're going down? The real example is I wouldn't if someone got engaged, I wouldn't turn around and be like, hey, did you know that?
I wouldn't walk
instantly.
Yeah, but I wouldn't walk into your house and tell you how to cook your dinner.
Why does it have to be in my house and based around a household chore?
No, but I wouldn't walk into your house and turn off all the lights before you go to bed.
This is no longer an analogy. You're now just letting me know things that you're not going to do. This has nothing to do with the plot. I'm just like, by the way, I'm also not going to be able to have that meeting with you tomorrow.
And also, I will never walk into your house and clean your shower.
Neither would I.
Unless you really needed someone to, because something happened. But
I did the other day. You know how sometimes you get stuck on like really weird extended sequences of thought about hypothetical things that are literally never going to happen?
Yeah.
The other night, I got stuck on this track of like the thought of like, God, what if I got into a car accident and lost my leg? How would that change my life? And I kid you not, I thought about all the logical like what would happen, what would that be like, what would that mean for me if I lost my leg for maybe half an hour. And I just kept being like, this is not a useful use of my time or energy.
It's not.
But I just kept going.
It's not.
I was like, well, I hope I lose the right leg because my left leg has all these tattoos on it.
Did you come up with any solutions?
No, I was just like, well, if I lost my leg, yeah, that would probably impact me a lot. You know, I'd have to like get a prosthetic probably. You know, I'd have to like change the way I like live my life. Like,
Yeah, it would.
I just kept thinking about all the things that happen when you lose a leg.
I just wasn't expecting you to say that. It threw me
Well, no,
off
because it doesn't make any
guard.
fucking sense.
No.
That's the life I lived for like 35 minutes.
Yes.
Well, I should have been asleep.
You know how they say that your brain's always trying to like prepare you?
Yeah. If I
It's-
turn out to be psychic specifically about that, I'll be pissed.
Yeah.
But you know what it was? It's because I lost my headphones. And so I bought new ones. And so for 3 weeks, I didn't have headphones. So I couldn't listen to podcasts. I had to go to the gym
Oh, and listen to the gym
and listen
music.
to the gym music.
Oh.
And let me tell you, the gym I go to, for some reason, I guess to keep it like somewhat family friendly or whatever, they played the Nickelodeon music channel.
Stop it. Stop it.
You know what they play on the
No.
Nickelodeon music channel
No.
every hour on the fucking hour?
No.
When is this feeling so sudden and new? I felt the moment I laid eyes on you. They play Wicked in the gym. In the gym. Well, I'm trying to...
Pump iron.
No, I'm trying to like survive through a very light dumbbell press. Oh,
You're
so that's
just
why
trying to grow your glutes.
So that's why my brain was doing that, I think, is because I
Yeah.
didn't have,
You had too much time with your own thoughts.
which I don't mind, but I don't love.
Yeah, look, I do think as a society that's a problem, isn't it? We're all too scared of like silence. We cannot just sit with our thoughts. People genuinely get scared of that.
Well, hey, let's try it now. Boring. I'm not a fan.
I just came up with like 10 scenarios.
I think I wrote a novel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anything else to say about the film
I
Life?
don't think so. I was
We haven't been talking about it for the past like 10 minutes.
No. What's your final thoughts?
My final rating.
What are you going to give it?
I'm gonna rate it one horse sitting in the background of a 2-shot.
Yep.
Because it's beautiful, but it is distracting that there's one single horse there, and it's ultimately not that meaningful and not that interesting.
But some would argue that it's not a 2-shot.
It's
also
a 3-shot. The horse is a character. The horse is in this too.
It's also a long shot of the horse.
It was actually the horse's shot, and then the actors got in the way.
It's actually a long shot. Yeah, it's what you just said.
I would say it's actually a long shot that those two are going to get together, and
Yeah.
they didn't. And that bothers me.
It does. What am I going to give this? I'm going to give it 3 bashes of a bongo.
We haven't even talked about that fucking bongo.
Oh, actually,
We haven't even talked about the fact that
Well, he
James
takes
Dean
it
apparently
everywhere.
took a fucking bongo with him.
everywhere.
Oh my god.
But we've not talked about it, 'cause what's there to say?
Why does he take bongo?
Actually, I'm going to change my rating. I'm going to give it 1... Bong, 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 bong.
The fucking soundtrack.
Just one, like...
One walking bass line.
Yes.
So it's like boom, 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 boom.
And then it...
And you're like, what's going to happen?
Nothing.
That same thing again, 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, I think that summarizes the film quite well, because it's like, oh, no, not quite. Oh, no.
Yeah.
And then the just is like a thread for the next scene, you know?
Get your hopes up.
Yeah. That's,
Okay, great.
That's what I'm going to give it. Should we see what we're watching next?
Yeah, let's put a pin in Life.
Let's put a pin in it. It's done.
Potentially
Not a pin in our life, because we're doing okay.
a real, I'm gonna say a real middle of the road film this was.
Yeah.
Of all the roads, it was
wasn't,
the middlest.
You know, we've watched some where I've been like, that was dreadful. This wasn't dreadful. It was just fine. Queen of the Desert. But is that Priscilla?
No, Robert Pattinson was not, unless that information has been hidden from us and society at large. Robert Pattinson is not in a remake of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. If he is, I'm as fucking psyched as anyone. But I am going to assume
It's not
that
Queen of the
this is not
Oh.
a secret remake of Priscilla, Queen of the Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Well, that's a shame.
Queen of the Desert.
If it's
Queen of the Desert is played by Catherine Tate again. She's back.
She's back. I hope so. I could get on board with that. Anyway, where can they find us in the meantime, Harry?
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Yes, I always think there's more, but there never is.
That's
at
it.
Poster Boys Pod on all those platforms. You can listen to us on Spotify. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts.
You can even actually listen to us on Google Podcasts.
Is that a thing that still exists?
I think so.
If it exists, we're there.
And all the other ones.
If it exists, we're there.
We are there.
You can email us, posterboyspod@gmail.com.
Leave us a rating.
Leave us a review.
Please.
God. Like, comment, subscribe. Just heard Lee sigh because he can hear that we're doing the call to action. He wants to be able to go to sleep.
Yeah, he's like, wrap this up.
Oh, sorry, I just took my headphones off.
Oh, he's not asleep. Oh, I'm thrilled.
I just finished the latest episode of The Last of Us.
Oh,
You
good.
finished the latest episode of The Last of Us.
Great.
I was sighing because I didn't understand the ending, so now I need to research it.
Okay, and we're gonna have to find out what the ending of The Last of Us that episode meant.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, let's log off and let's log back into that.
Yes. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.